Everybody and their mama is talking about the Diddy trial. The jury is going to deliberate on Monday, which is tomorrow. And you got legal analysts and attorneys and everybody making all these predictions all over the internet. So here I go with my unconventional, game oriented expert opinion. You did. Let's talk about it. But first, wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. Let's go.
Bitch, you want all this pimping you can't afford. Perform like a punk, but wanna win his reward. Some suckers give you points, but bitch, you never scored. If you ain't paying pimping, then bitch, you getting ignored.
Okay.
I'm so sick of these.
From the moment Puffy got arrested back in September of 2024, I've been shaking my head. Because say what you want about Puffy, but you can't say that he's guilty of the RICO. I don't care what anybody says. If you think about what makes sense, that does not make sense for Puffy to be guilty of the RICO. So what I believe is going to happen tomorrow, I hate to say it, but I believe Puffy is going to be found guilty. But it's not because of evidence. It's not because he's actually guilty. I honestly believe that he's innocent of what he's been charged with. But I believe I'm guilty because what a lot of people are overlooking, a lot of people are thinking about innocence or guilt. But it's bigger than that. This is business. There is so much business, so much money being generated off of this trial. So many pockets are being lined off of this trial. It's business. And what makes sense to the business is a guilty verdict. No different than the R. Kelly case. R. Kelly is another individual who I believe was never guilty of the RICO. Yet and still he was found guilty because it makes business sense. It doesn't make legal sense, but nowadays it don't have to make legal sense as long as it makes business sense. See, this is, the quote unquote judicial system has become more of an entertainment system, a business system, a sport. That's really all it is a sport. They pick and choose different individuals who the court of public opinion has already convicted and found guilty. And they take those people and they put them on trial and they have this long drawn out trial and then they convict them and they send them away for a long time. We saw it happen with Harvey Weinstein. We saw the same thing happen with Bill Cosby. We saw the same thing happen with R. Kelly, numerous other people. And here we are seeing the same thing happen with Puffy. But if you just think about the parallels between Puffy and R. Kelly situations, with R. Kelly, they came out with that bogus ass Surviving R. Kelly docuseries that painted R. Kelly to be a monster, right? But in that documentary or docuseries, it was a lot of bullshit, a lot of fabricated stuff, a lot of lies, just a bunch of bullshit that wasn't proven. But the bottom line is that docuseries made everybody who saw it, which was millions of people, the court of public opinion, convict him and find him guilty of all things bad, whatever people questioned in their mind. Everybody found him guilty in the court of public opinion first. Puffy, when the Cassie video came out last year, 2024, the court of public opinion made him guilty of any and everything that he was accused of before the government accused him of anything. He was already convicted in the court of public opinion. So you see the same thing with R. Kelly happened with Puffy. The same thing happened with Bill Cosby. When all these different allegations and civil suits started coming forward, the court of public opinion found Bill Cosby guilty. If you pay attention to the pattern, they put people on trial with the court of public opinion first. Then the court of public opinion finds them guilty. So now everybody's invested. Everybody's curious. Everybody has their minds made up. Oh, he's innocent. Oh, he's guilty. But majority of people saying that these individuals are guilty. Now, just like with Bill Cosby, it went from the court of public opinion to the court of the government. Same thing happened with R. Kelly. It went from the court of public opinion to the government. And here we are now with Puffy, from the court of public opinion to the government. And just like with Bill Cosby and with R. Kelly, there was so much media coverage, there was so much money being made, and there was so many different arms and legs that grew out of that situation and made a lot of people millions and millions upon millions of dollars. So here it is again, the same formula, the same blueprint being executed on Puffy. And it's unfortunate, but I believe Bill Cosby didn't deserve to go to jail, just like I believe R. Kelly didn't deserve to go to jail. I don't believe Puffy deserves to go to jail. Was Bill Cosby a saint? No. If, you know, a lot of people might think he's a bad person. Yeah. But was he guilty of the crimes that he was charged with? No. R. Kelly, is he a saint? No. Would people say he's a bad person? Some yes, some no, but most people, court of public opinion, would say he is a bad person. But nonetheless, you know, I don't think he's guilty and deserved to go to prison. But same thing with him, same thing with Bill Cosby, same thing is happening with Puffy. Me, myself, I don't think these guys are any more of a monster than the average person. I just think that one thing that these guys all have in common is that they like to have fun. And they're, you know, powerful men with celebrity status and money who like to have fun. Just like a lot of normal people who don't have that power probably would have the same type of fun if they did have that kind of power. A lot of y'all who've already convicted Puffy before the jury did, just like you convicted Bill Cosby and R. Kelly before the jury did, I'm pretty sure if you were in their shoes, you would be having the same kind of fun that they're having. And you might not be making the same kind of mistakes that they made, but I'm pretty sure that you would make some mistakes that are no worse or better than their mistakes. But the bottom line is, again, I hate to say it, but I believe Puffy is going to be found guilty tomorrow. And the game is rigged. They had their minds made up. They knew what was going to happen when they set forth the indictment. And then when you factor in that the federal government has this high conviction rate that everybody already expects for them to win, everybody already expects them to come out on top, it's not going to be a big deal for a lot of people once he's found guilty. Everybody else, the whole public, found him guilty in their mind. So when the government finds him guilty, nobody's going to bat an eye. And it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that the government can just take and pick and choose whoever they want to target and make them guilty until proven innocent. Only there's no possibility, there's no chance to be proven innocent in these types of situations. They just pick and choose who they want to be their cash cow, who makes sense to their business, bottom line. And this is what happens. But I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that justice actually prevails in this case, like it rarely does. I hope that Puffy is found innocent, because from everything that I've heard, I ain't been watching the trial like a hawk, but from everything that I've heard, everything I've seen on the internet, people talking about the testimonies and all this type of stuff, I don't see any proof of a criminal enterprise. A criminal enterprise. Think about it. This is a man who had billions of dollars legally. Why would he be involved in a criminal enterprise trafficking people? It don't make no sense. So again, I hope that he's found innocent tomorrow. Hope that I'm wrong. But my unfortunate prediction is that he's going to be found guilty and that he's going to be sent to prison. But hopefully, if I'm right, he'll be able to come back on an appeal, maybe have to sit down for a few years, come back on the appeal, get it overturned or reduced or something like that, to where, he doesn't spend too much time in there, to where he don't come out a senior citizen and, anything like that. But that's my take on the whole Puffy trial. I'm pretty sure we're going to be back to talk about it once the verdict is in. But again, hopefully I'm wrong. But until then, let that marinate on your mind one time. Freezes it. Go ahead, put some of this good. You see this right here. You know what that is. That's that love juice, man. Go ahead, put some of this good old love in your body like so. And of course, as always, long live the incomparable Sinful to P. We out.
Let's go. You see, the God anointed game appointed PI since knee high. Knew that God appointed me to be fly. My reply to the blessing, only one decision for me, man, that integrated and demonstrated it's obligatory. Okay. So begins the story. These blessings I'm not in tune with.
But getting back to this game that I never left.
Baby, I wait.